The next story I'd like to tell you, I learned from a young woman I know. She's 18 years old. Her name's Hala Munther. This is Hala. I took this from a video that she managed to tell a story from Gaza in Palestine just last week. It's the first time any young person had managed to come on video and tell a story live from Gaza for a very long time. And she told the story of sand and stone. Can you say that?
Sand and stone.
Well, I hope you like this story. Story.
Tell us a story.
There were two friends, and their names were Samir, can you say that?
Samir,
And Hassan.
Hassan.
And Samir and Hassan had grown up together, they were the best of friends. Samir and Hassan were on a long journey across the desert. And the desert was hot, the sun was burning down. And as they walked, it was difficult. They were thirsty, it was uncomfortable, and they became annoyed in each other's company. They became irritated by each other. They began to argue with one another. The argument turned into a dispute. The dispute turned into a row. Soon they were facing each other, red in the face with anger. And then Samir struck his friend. And Hassan fell to the sand. And there, kneeling in the sand, he took his finger and he wrote in the sand. He wrote quickly. And when he had finished writing, Samir looked. "Here, my friend hurt me." Hassan rose to his feet, and the two friends, Samir and Hassan, walked on together. Their dispute was over, but it was hot, and the sun was burning down, and their thirst was great. And there in the distance, they saw something green, an oasis. And the two of them started running. They were desperate for clear, fresh water, and it was Hassan who reached the water first, a deep, clear pool of water, and he plunged into the water to drink and to refresh himself. But he didn't realize that the water was deep. And he sank down beneath the surface, and Hassan could not swim. He struggled, he flailed around, but he went down under the water. It was sure that he was going to drown. But Samir, seeing his friend drowning, dived into the water, and risking his own life, he dived deeper and deeper, caught hold of his friend, and carried him to the surface and brought him to the edge of the pool. And when Hassan had recovered, Hassan took out his knife. There beside the pool was a stone. And Hassan began to carve with his knife onto the stone. It took a long time for him to write. Finally, when he had finished, Samir read the words. "Here, my friend saved me." "Why, Hassan, when I hurt you, did you write it in the sand? And here, where I saved you, you carve it in stone?" Hassan said, "My friend, when you hurt me, I wrote it in the sand, so soon the wind of forgiveness would blow, and the words would be lost and forgotten. But here, where you saved me, I carved it in stone, so it will always be remembered. Always write your hurts in the sand and carve your blessings in stone." But that's a story I learned from Hala Munther Salem. And I just want to say to Hala and Muslims around the world, Eid Mubarak, because yesterday Ramadan finished and today is Eid, the biggest celebration for Muslims around the world. What was the last line in that story? Can you remember it? Always, can you say it together again like the last time? Always write your
hurts in the
in
sand,
the sand and carve blessings.
blessings in stone.
Okay, again.
Always hide your words in stones,
Blessings.
blessings in stone.
What do you think about that advice?
Pretty sure.